Hello, my name is Poiuymew and welcome to a new series here on the channel where we are going to be diving in as the nation of Redscale. So Redscale is a kobold nation here on the Dragon Coast. It is in quite the precarious situation in the world. We are kind of locked behind Gnomes and Laurent, two of the strongest starting nations in the game. Everybody hates us. We are a monstrous nation, so relations with absolutely everybody except for fellow monsters is decreased by 100. We are surrounded by, once again, Laurent. There is Riveria. They're kind of like Vikings that have settled down here from the north. There is the Gnomes, our mortal enemies. There is Westmoors, which is a vassal of Gnomes. We have Bluescale and Greenscale, who are kobolds. And up here, we can just barely see Selmoldor, who is a elven nation. So they are very, very strong militarily. There are a couple more vassals down here, like Poiuymew is a vassal of Gnomes, Appleton, vassal of Laurent. And there's also Portnum. Almost forgot about little Portnum. They are gnomish. So they're down here chilling out. This is going to be an uphill battle. This is going to be painful. And I hope that you are ready to enjoy it, because I know I am not. This is going to suck for a lot of time. It is going to be a lot of work, but I do look forward to it. Kobolds are quite fun if you're looking for a challenge. So let's go ahead and take an overview look at our country. So our starting ruler is a 5/5/5. He's always a 5/5/5. But his traits are randomized. It seems that this time we have Careful for -10 aggressive expansion impact, and Conquer for -5 years of separatism. Honestly, Careful's pretty good for us because almost everybody around us is Regent Court, except for the kobolds and the gnomes. So yeah, that's going to cause a lot of problems as coalitions are going to want to form. Now, one of the benefits of our starting location is that we can't see most of the world. So only Riveria, Laurent, Gnomes, Portnum, Selmoldor, and Nimscod will be able to join coalitions against us because Bluescale will be dead and Greenscale will like us enough or be dead. Lysaon down here is a personal union of Rubenair, so which is a nation about further south. So we don't have to worry about them joining. So we're gonna have to be truce locking a lot of people if we want to try and do any kind of expansion in the early game. We are a monstrous nation, so we have -1 Diplo rep, but -50% to unjustified demands. We have Kobold administration, so -10 dev cost, plus 5% production efficiency, -10 national tax, plus 20 global settler increase, -1 Diplo rep, plus 25% hostile core creation cost, plus 25% reduced inflation cost, plus 5 years of separatism, plus 10% liberty desire as subjects, plus 25% liberty desire from subject development, plus 5% Diplo tech cost, and -10% military tech cost. So yeah, diplomacy with subjects, not really our thing. They're going to be very, very unruly and very disloyal, and that is not something that we need. As for Kobold military, we have -10% morale of armies. That sucks for us. Plus 25% manpower recovery speed, plus 20% land force limit modifier, -20% cav costs or cav combat ability, plus 10% artillery combat ability. That's pretty good. We have -20% galley combat ability, plus 2 attrition for enemies. That's huge. That's going to be very, very important for us. Plus 50% looting speed, plus 10% land fire damage, plus 10% fire and shock damage received, and finally plus 5% special unit force limit, which we will get into later on down in the game. Starting diplomacy, nothing crazy here. We can go ahead and set our rivals: Bluescale, Nimscod, and Portnum. Those are just the best 3. We're going to war with Bluescale soon and Nimscod, and then we'll eclipse Portnum, so that'll give us a little bit more power projection. As for our national ideas, so we start off with plus 15% manpower recovery speed and plus 2 attrition for enemies. So we have plus 4 attrition for enemies base in kobold provinces, and that's going to be very important when we do have to fight nations like Gnomes and Laurent, as our whole strategy is going to be bleeding them out of manpower, letting them sit on forts while we go around and start sieging everything. We also have plus 10% production efficiency, -10% cost of reducing war exhaustion, plus 10% hostile core creation cost, plus 0.5 attrition for enemies, and plus 5% fort defense, -10% construction cost, plus 10% national manpower modifier, -10 dev cost, and finally -33% recruitment time. All in all, the ideas aren't fantastic, but they do well for what we need them to do. We do have a mission tree here. It's not too big, but it will expand because we have a formable, which is Kobold stand. In order to form that, we need to own this cave right here, and both green scale and blue scale cannot exist, and that will be quite easy because we're killing blue scale and someone else will probably kill green scale. Let's see, what else do we have? Stability, nothing crazy there. Religion, we are the Kobold Dragon Cult religion, which gives us plus 50% looting speed and plus 50% available loot. The Kobold Dragon Cult is a loose collection of dragon worshipping sects within Kobold society. It is said that when the largest hoard of gold in the world is collected at the Dragon Heights, that the great ancient father of dragons, Malleith himself, will awaken. Military, there's nothing crazy there. And for estates, we only have tribes, so we're going to give them shares of the spoil, greater autonomy, and larger tribal hosts. Let's summon the diet here. They want us to hire a military advisor, which is great because I want to do that anyways. And we're going to go ahead and sell titles. Selling titles is going to be the main source of revenue that we have in the early game. So we want to make sure that these guys are always thrilled with us, and we're always ready to seize some land from them. Wow, words. We're going to focus military. Now, we're on a very tight timeline for our military tech. We start off Tech 2. Everyone around us is Tech 3. We can survive a Tech 2 to a Tech 3 combat against people that are our own size or smaller. Anyone larger like Goethe or Laurent will die. So we need to get to Tech 3 quickly, and we need to get to Tech 4 even faster. So we have to have this focus, which is why I really like having an advisor too, as we can afford it. And I'll go with the Discipline Advisor, do a little bit more damage and take a little bit less. That is the extent that we can use for other money though, because we need to hire 2 more troops and get up to and hire the Monstrous Rabble, as we need all of those troops. Now, turning your leader into a general is not a great idea when they are this good. They are 555. But again, we have to get to tech early, so we're going to have to risk him, and hopefully he's good. Okay, a 3-2-5-1. I would have liked this 5 to have been the shock, but you know what? We'll roll with it. All right, we will roll with it. Let's go ahead and go to speed 5 now, just to get our troops into position. We should be good to go. Oh, I forgot. I need to start building a spy network on blue scale and then eventually on the gnomes. All right, let's make sure that we attach you on over here and throw the general down. Mission fulfilled, Kobold conflict. For centuries, the Dragon Coast has been divided amongst the 3 great Kobold tribes, the Redscales, Blue Scales, and Green Scales. We, however, are clearly the worthiest of the 3 tribes and must muster our forces in order to unite the Dragon Coast under our rightful rule. Now all we needed was 95% of the force limit, which we are over, actually. And we will gain claims on every single Kobold culture province in Canor, which is very, very nice. And it's going to reduce the core cost for everything, which is also really important because we'll be a bit short on admin points for a while. These next 3 missions are about controlling the land held by each of the kobolds. So red scale, blue scale, green scale. Obviously, we start out controlling all of our land. So easy completion. The land of the red scales in the south of the Dragon Coast contain by far the most fertile land in the region. If our people are to rise to become a true nation, it must be able to feed itself, and for that, the lands of the red scales are vital. We do 10% more shock damage for 25 years. Go ahead and lock that in. If we look at the simple terrain map mode here, we do have quite a few farmlands. Unfortunately for us though, it's a lot of fish, which is not a very valuable trade good. We're gonna have to rely on things like this, which we'll talk about in a little bit once we get a hold of it. All right, I think we are good to go and declare this war on blue scale. Monstrous conquest. So this CB gives us 100% aggressive expansion, 125% prestige, and 75% cost for all provinces. So it's nice. It means that we could take everything even if we didn't have claims on it. Let's go ahead and do that. First things first, we're going to move this stack up into Adazahia. Yeah, expect me to get a lot of these names for the kobolds wrong. It's weird. It's weird. Now, in here, the problem with fighting blue scale is they own a bunch of caves, and caves give -2 dice roll to attackers. Obviously, not something you want to attack into. They did build a troop right here. There we go. Nimscod declares war on green scale. That is a pretty common occurrence. Let's wait for that 1 troop to land. We'll see if they land again. Yep, there we go. Another question is Selmaldor also going to get on that? They might. They will not. They are not interested in green scale land. Okay, good. The hope is the green scale somehow wins, takes these 2 islands, makes our life easier. All right, let's move these folks on around. Move into Kobold Sex. Now, Blue Scale is holding their army here on their capital, on Malid. Always, like literally always. So we're gonna go ahead and scorch this cave, and we're gonna back up. We'll go down to speed 4 here, just so I don't mess it up. Yep, see, there they are. And they're moving forward, and we will arrive there on the 6th. They'll get there on the 12th. We have to arrive on the same day as them, because we just do. There's one day enough to where the Scorched Earth doesn't actually slow them down. Now, they have no shock pips, so if we roll semi-decent here, we should be able to stack wipe them. Big hope. Big hope. Okay, so they have the -2. They roll a 2. We roll a 0. Not a great start, but it's the fire phase. It's the shock phase that will matter. We roll a 4. They roll a 3. Well, it's probably not a... Oh! Never mind. We roll a 9 in that second fire phase, and that's it. That is a fantastic start for us. We can go ahead and take our leader off, because I'm not putting him on a siege to lose 2 stability when he dies. No way. There's no shot I'm doing that. You go make sure they don't build a troop there. And we are good to speed 5 and start throwing down a building spy network on you. Cruelty of mercenaries, I'll gladly take the professionalism. Is that... Well, that was also the wrong person not to spy on. That will be our early game manpower, most likely. We can just get just enough. Just enough. Alright, and honestly, we haven't lost that many troops. 4,000? Not too bad. Most of that to attrition, but I mean, we're fighting kobolds. A 2-2-3. That's not a good heir, but I can't afford to disinherit them at this time. If I can get up to enough prestige, though, then maybe I can consider it. But big doubt. Big doubt. I will hire an admiral. Oh my god. Wow, a 3-3-2 on 13.5 army tradition. That's fantastic. Let's set him up to try and capture some of these ships. We did. We got 2. Wow. Okay. Nice. What about from this stack? Any luck? No. That time we did not capture any. But hey, you know what? I will gladly take capturing 2. That is very, very good. We need them when we go fight the gnomes. All right, let's bring these guys back. Now, I would love to not attack the gnomes here and instead go for green scale. You can do that, but then you leave the possibility that this area gets taken over by either Riberia, who has cores on them, or Gawed, who just wants the land. Yeah, they just want it. So we can't afford to delay. Even if it means we can't do this, it will mean we don't complete this part of the mission tree for a while. It's okay, though. It's not the end of the world. It does reduce our manpower and tolerance to true faith and stuff, which sucks, but controlling this pass is way, way more important for us at this point in the game. Alright, and they will be coming back, no problemo. Blue Scale is building up a spy network. Well, it doesn't really matter now, does it? Well, we're almost still sieging that down. We can go and loot some of these provinces. There we go. So they're now fully occupied. We are good to piece them out for whatever we so desire, and that's everything. We're going to be full annexing here, going to be taking max money, and yeah, a successful first war. Alright, go ahead and core all that up, and we can control the Blue Scale. So the lands of the Blue Scales, holding the vast mountains of the Dragon Coast, are of vital economic, cultural, and religious significance, commanding the ancient home of both the Kobold people and our divine ruler, the Dragon Father Malieth. The mountains must be brought under our control. We gain minus 10% shock damage received for 25 years. This is like the religious center of the Kobold life. It's back here in the very far back of the cave system, which makes sense for kobolds. Alright, let's move these troops out. We gotta go at Nimscod here. Hopefully they're too busy with Greenscale to really make a difference. The question is now, how do we go about this? How do they move their capital? They have not. Interesting. Usually, Nimscod will move their capital from the island of Nimscod over onto Baycods because it has Dame's Tier. Now, Dame's Tier is a trade good that's worth 10, and it's super valuable, and most of the time it ends up disappearing. Like a meteor, and you'll get an event and a meteor will crash, and you'll have it for a short amount of time, and then it'll go away. But there are a couple places in the world where it will always be present, and this is one of them. So this is a very, very valuable province that we want to develop like crazy. I'm going to send my ships out just to see how many troops they have in their capital. Ooh, that could cause some issues. If they still have 11,000 troops on their capital, that could cause some issues. Because we only have 6 transports, and we can't take that. Hopefully they transport some over to our part of the world. Alright, well, let's leave the 6,000 troops that are necessary for over here. You guys connect up. Put the general on you, and... well, I guess we could actually get a claim. Huh. Might as well then, right? We'll make this a little cheaper. Obviously, it reduces the spy network we're getting from it, but that's okay. Saving a little bit of admin will be nice. We'll go for Monstrous Conquest. Now we move in. And we hope that they don't move their boats in before we can do something about it. Awesome. Okay, and they are going to be able to retreat because, well, they just can't. They control both sides of the strait. Well, it looks like they're only retreating one spot. Nice. Riveria, can I get access through you? Okay. This may seem unnecessary, but there's a very good chance that either one of these will declare, and I want all of this state. Have to have it. There we go. Now I can cancel the access. No big deal. Something I forgot to do, very important. We need to start building a fort here in Erzinwaks. Because if we don't, and Goed declares war on us, then our northern pass is completely unguarded. They'll walk in and they'll just siege everything, and we die, and we lose. Yes, we lose. Contribute to the Dragon's Coal Horde. Right. So, in this cave, where it's important for kobolds, you can donate money, and it'll start building a horde. And there'll be a little modifier here once you start putting money into it. And once you put a lot of money into it, and I mean a lot of money, eventually something super cool happens. It's a very cool thing that happens. We will start donating to that later on. Right now, it's not worth it. I'll click the button though, just to show you. So you can make investments based on how much money you have, and there is a chance to gain a stability, and for a larger amount, there's a higher chance, which makes sense. And essentially, we're just trying to convince Malieth, a dragon, to awaken. Now, for those of you that might be wondering, are there any dragons? As far as everyone knows, no, there are no dragons left anymore. They're all dead. So, kobolds are a little out there, perhaps, but you know what? They've got spunk. And what's more important than spunk? Success, you say? No. Success is not as important as spunk. All right, let's take half of these troops off. I don't need to have them getting obliterated by any kind of... what's this called? Freaking attrition. Words. Words are good. And we'll just loot things as we go here. Now, we can't peace out of this war until this fort is done. Because Goed will most likely, in every game I've ever played as kobolds, Goed will instantly declare war on you, like within months. So we have to be absolutely 100% ready for that. The thing is, I kind of want to declare war on Greenscale right now. Like, we're not going to find a better time to declare war on Greenscale when we're not busy and not dying. So, yeah. If I send 6,000 troops up north, nice, all of that is cored up. Let's go ahead and state it. We're going to need the economy from it. I suppose I can send my boats out. My concern is that he will transport troops and he will land them. That is a rather large concern of mine. Rather large concern. Okay, let's still attach you here. Move out, and let's declare war upon Greenscale. For their capital, sure. This would be pretty huge if we can pull this off. Ooh, actually. I mean, if we can snag these couple of islands here, I mean, I will not complain. No, I will not. Move you back out. Make sure they're not trying to land anything. Got my eye on you. And we'll land on this island, because that way we're safe when we land. If I send one more troop up... I'm very nervous. Very nervous. But if we do this, it would confirm that they would not attack us. Question is, will they move if we try and move across? Let's go to speed 4 here. No, they're willing to take that fight because it's Highlands. I think we get a +1. Plus, we would get a crossing. No, we would not get a crossing penalty. I mean, this would just be kind of down to the rolls. Well, no risk, no reward, right? Oh, they move once we lock in, you punks. Maybe if I... Maybe someone will pop out? Nope. Alright, well, seems like we are going to win it just barely. Oh my goodness, just barely. Okay, you need to pop out and start... Ooh, blockading this. Are we going to win this? I don't know. We're about to lose a ship, but so are they. They are collapsing faster than we are, so we'll stay in it. Okay, that's right. Cool, so we sank 3 of their boats, and we stole 1. And we got 2.4 army, or navy tradition out of that. I suppose that has to count for something, right? For something. Oh, okay, so now we're good. As long as they don't land anything, we'll be fine. As for tech, we're not going to take Tech 3 yet. Trust me, we'll be alright. I'll prepare for the storm. So the year is at least 1450, and we have 75% of the army force limit. So though we will face many a foe in unifying the coast, we will surely face an even larger one beyond it. A great storm is coming, of humans, elves, halflings, and worse, gnomes. We must be ready for them. We gain 4 development in our capital, I would assume. Now stability at least 1, we will gain national manpower modifier plus 15%. We will do that if we can. But for now, we can't afford the admin, because if we peace out here, you will see it will cost a lot, even for just this, because it's in a state. So you get kind of screwed over as a Redscale, because all this is a state. You have to fully state it when you core it. Just something to keep in mind if you choose to play as Kobolds. I will hopefully be able to take their capital. I doubt they'll do it though. Yeah, because I don't own it. So I'll have to just be satisfied taking all of this for now, which is honestly okay. I'll want max money, obviously, and war reps. A humiliate might not go bad, but meh, not really worth it at the moment. Not really worth it. Let's go. Yes, I will take that. Inflation for monarch points, definitely worth it, especially in this case. Now we do have blue scale kobolds, or green scale. Sorry, I forgot. Green scale has cores on these 3 provinces. All of us start with cores here, except for me. I'm a loser. And I do not own cores on the special kobold land. Whoop-de-doo. Good for us. We're troops back home. Actually, don't bring them home. Take them out. Okay, we've won the siege. Now they could probably use a bit of backup when it comes to combat. Let's take our mercs over. If the gnomes try and land now, we'll just piece them out, because our fort is online. We can go ahead and mothball that. There we go. Now they should be willing to run away. Nope, they're fighting to the death. I understand. I respect it, but like, foolish. That's what I gotta say about that. All right, Greenscale, you need to be fully annexed. Give me all of your money. And go ahead and sweet. I honestly was not expecting to get an annexation of Greenscale off so early. But like, I'll take it. Absolutely. That's good land for us to hold. Well, good land is arguable. Decent land, sure. But we do control the Greenscale. So the lands of the Greenscales, isolated from the rest of the Kobold lands by the Sea of Broken Ice, is of vital importance to any unified Kobold state, commanding the trade routes between Garudia and Lensinor. If we are to create a prosperous state, its lands must be ours. So we gain a permanent claim on the Westmore proper area, and for 25 years we gain Stormboat, and we get plus 10% morale of navies. Sweet. Now connection to the Dragon Coast. All we have to do is take lands off of Gowed's vassal. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal, right? Easy money. Now we need Stab 3. And for Stab 3, we'll gain 100 admin power and 15 prestige. All in all, that's not too bad, right? That's not too bad. But we do need 3 Stab, which is a little bit difficult to pull off. All right, let's bring these guys home. And we are just going to raise autonomy up here, because trust me when I say this land is not going to be useful in a moment. Not useful in the slightest. Alright, now we have blue scale separatists that have risen up. All good. Fighting the gnomes, it's fine. Go ahead and transport our boys back. Come on home. Gwed declares war upon Nimsgard. Yep. That's fine, they can't take anything. Oh, now we just have access through Gwed. Well, thanks, I guess. You need to move down here. I want to try and steal more gnome boats if I can. Nope, they ran away. Okay, well, we take all this. Are you willing to give me Nimsgard? No, you're going to force me to land. And I can't do that right now, so we're not going to worry about it. Instead, what we will do is we will piece you out. We will take all of this, except for Nimsgard. No reason to take that. We'll take money. We'll take war reps. Humiliate. Do I go for the humiliate? No. I think we'll have to wait too long because they're still on medium war enthusiasm. Okay. Is there anything else I want? Forcing them to give up claims doesn't matter because everyone around us has a permanent CB on us because we're monsters. That is a decent set of rivals. Sure. We can go ahead and peace out. And now that we've taken this land, we can embrace feudalism. So we'll go ahead and embrace it, which means we can take Miltech. So we now have Miltech 3, and we are like months away from taking Miltech 4. And Gwed still has Miltech 3, as does Laurent, because they both start off with pretty crappy rulers. So we're good. This is a fantastic start. Honestly, could not have been much of a better start. In fact, we're probably going to keep going to war, because they've only allied Nickliff. And, well, if Gwed is attacking on the gnomes, that means that they will not declare war on us, which is pretty nice. Go ahead and cancel this. I'm going to lower my war exhaustion before I take Diplotech. And then we'll core what we can. Okay, bring everybody together here. Gotta go take care of the stupid little rebels that have decided that they want to rise up. Move here. They should move into me or into there. Okay. As for this, if we go unsiege one of these provinces, they will attack us in the caves, which is pretty important. There we go, Tech 4. So we're now one of the first people in our area to take Tech 4. In fact, I think we may be the first, which is huge. All right, that's going to help us. Are we strong now? No, we're not strong now. But you know what? We're less weak, which is something. I mean, it's got to be worth something to be less weak, right? Let's go ahead and split these guys and send them off to unsiege everything. We are losing money like crazy because we own 2 forts. Nothing we can do about that though. That's just the way of the world. We could sell crown land once all of these are unsieged. Death of a merchant. Ooh, crowns or prestige? Cheaper production efficiency? Yes. Yep, cheaper advisor. I'll take it. It'll hurt. Can we afford it? Not really. But it's a cheaper advisor. It's monarch points, and that's what I need. Okay, so let's go ahead and seize land. We're up to 39%. We can go ahead and summon the diet. They want us to own Mannered. That's fine, I can do that. And let's go ahead and sell titles. And now we have 312 little duckery-doos to spend. We could also take Diptech if we wanted to. Tempting. But maybe not. Maybe not. Because Renaissance has spawned, hasn't it? Renaissance has in fact spawned. And it's going to take forever to spread to us because people hate us. So we may want to save our points to develop this. And this just becomes our economy. I mean, that's what it really comes down to. And speaking of economy, it's time to hurt it more. We need to build another fort. Yeah. So we either build the fort here in Baycods, or now it's called Maliathalaxa. Either we build it here, and we use this as a stack wipe point. We just pop ships out, and we use it to stack wipe troops. The problem is that means that there'll be a lot of devastation here. Or we back the fort up onto like Malavarax or Saxunzald. And that way we get more control over the entrance into the caves. That way people can just go walk in and siege things down and cause problems. Honestly, I will leave that up to you guys. What do you think? Do you think we should wait for this to be cored and build a fort here? Or should we just play it safe and place it on one of these? I would love to hear your guys' opinion on that. As I think either way, it will be good for us. Now, before we end off here for today, let's go ahead and bring all of our guys forward. We're going to be going right to war. with Riveria. We cannot slow down. We cannot afford to. As for truce with the Gnomes, go ahead and, or our spy network, I should say. Go ahead and get claims wherever we can. I doubt Goed takes that. We'll see, though. They may hand it over to Westmoors. They do view it as a vital interest. That could cause problems. It's fine. Alright, next thing we need to do, we need to start building a spy network on Goed. Alright, I would attack them myself, since we have the tech advantage, but they'll bring in BPEC and Vertesk, who will probably have like 18,000 troops and 15,000 for BPEC, if I remember correctly. We can't afford to fight that right now. It'll be hard enough fighting just Goed. So we won't. We simply will not. And we will avoid that possibility. But Riveria is free pickings, and we'll take the land before Laurent takes it, or Goed takes it, or I don't know, Portnum pops off and takes it. Ooh, yeah, we have lots of cool things that I want to do. I want to try and take out Portnum before Laurent does. Lots and lots of interesting things that are going to be happening here. Oh, okay. I gotta say, I am thrilled with this start. This was fantastic. Not only have we taken all Kobold lands, we have taken a solid chunk out of the Gnomes, and we are ready to rock and roll in another war against Riveria. Now, with our money, our very, very limited money, we need to build up to our force limit. There we go. We need max troops. We need to try and make ourselves look as scary as, as scary as possible. Though I don't think in the end it will matter. But I think I am going to leave it off for today right here. This is a new series, so I would appreciate it if you guys liked and subscribed. Liking the videos really helps the YouTube algorithm get it out. I don't like asking for it. I only ask for it on the first episode of every series. But yeah, it would be super awesome if you could do that. I hope you guys are ready for this. It's going to be quite the wild ride. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.